So the way that we're getting these color bands is I'm actually doing a trick. It's an old web design trick that goes back a long time ago. Instead of having a large full screen image, this is creating a sliver, a tall, skinny bar of colors that we're going to then tile horizontally. So let's take a look at what we're going to do here. I've actually created a handful of background images that you can use that are on the tutorial page, and they all look like this. So here's the blue one that I actually use. I've got one with green bands, one with oranges and blues, and then like a pale one that you might need a darker text for instead of white. And each of these will cascade across the page horizontally to create this effect. There is a trick in this though, and that's that in order to create these 5 bands, I needed a very large image. And the background image function of Jimdo currently maxes out at 1500 pixels. And I actually need these to be about 3000 pixels in order to have these 5 sections. So how do I get around that? Well, this is an advanced tutorial. So now that I've removed the photo here, I'm just going to go ahead and go to background pattern, and let's just make it black and select here, and now we've got black again. Okay, so I'm going to accept that. We have images we want to use, but we just need to find a way to access them so we can do them with custom code. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my edit navigation, and I'm going to create a second page. I'm going to call this assets, and I'm going to make it hidden. I'm going to save that and go into the assets page, and from here I'm going to add the images I want to use as a file download element. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to preserve the full size of the image. If I do it as a photo element, it likely will compress that down so it won't be the full 3500 pixels of your website, which is what happens when you upload a normal photo with the photo element. You want to access the entire full photograph. So let's go ahead and upload one of these. Here we go. Let's go ahead and take the blue one here. And now I'm going to save this. So once I've uploaded the background as a file download element, we've essentially FTP'd it to the server. If you're old school web speak, we basically now have our image hosted. So we just need a link to access it. To do that, I'm going to open up a view version of my website now, and I'm going to right click on that download button, and I'm going to do copy link address. So I want to save this link, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open just a text editor and paste that link in there so I have it for later. So I've got my long link here. We see it's a PNG. It's got the background, that one pager background blue that I use. If you want to, you can cut off this end part, but it really doesn't matter. So we've got our PNG element. Great. So we've got that saved for later. Now, there will be a block of code on the tutorial website which is going to show what we're going to do. And basically, this is what it's going to look like. Let me put that right into here. Let me increase the size to make this a little more readable. So this is what it's going to look like, and we're going to put this into the edit head area to show our background image. It's not too difficult. What we're doing is we're adding a style tag, which is going to override part of the CSS for our website. This CData tag, open and close, is actually in there from Jimdo, and we can ignore that part. But what we're going to do is we're going to take the body. This is the body class of the website, and we're going to replace the background image, which is there, with a new one of the URL structure we want to. So we've got our link, and we're going to want to paste our link into this block of code where it says paste your link here. So this is the final block of text that I'm going to want to copy and paste into my edit head section to have that background appear. Again, this code is on the tutorial website so that you can copy and paste it without having a problem. So I'm going to go ahead and copy it now, and I'm going to go back into edit mode on my website. Alright, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and surf back to the home page. I'm going to go into the settings area and go into edit head, which is blank right now. I'm going to paste in my code. We know it's right because the color coding is correct. The style has an opening and closing tag, so it looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and save it, and let's see what happens. So we won't see anything at first, but if I refresh the page, we see our color in there. And again, it's a very large stripe color, and those stripes will appear as we go down. And basically we're going to do that by adding some content.